In the Church of England from infant baptism for 20 years of my life. Was I a Trinitarian? I don't know. I wouldn't have known what it was. I suppose I was officially. I couldn't have explained it. So yes, nominally, I suppose I was a Trinitarian. Then somebody comes to me and says, why do you believe in the Trinity? I started thinking about it. And first I got to the idea that Jesus is just the Son of God. How long did that take? I'm still working at some verses, so it's an ongoing process. But thanks to the Christadelphians coming to us and saying, Anthony, your pre-existent son is wrong. Thanks to the training in the Armstrong cult, where we believed in two gods in the God family, Christadelphians were sent by God to us to help us, quite clearly. And they said, your pre-existing son is wrong. Because we'd been so beaten down, so shattered by the cult experience, right? We were ready to learn. Isn't that good policy from God's point of view, right? Mm-hmm. So I've done the cult thing. I know what the JW thinks. I've been in the cult where your mind is controlled by the organization. So it just took some study, probably about 2 or 3 months, to be clear. I will say that at Cambridge, not that they were good believers, but they understood all of this stuff very well, they still do. James Dunn, the top Christologist, and others, they were working at who is Jesus a lot, and getting it basically right. It doesn't make them believers, because I don't think they cared what you believe in the end, right? I do care that you believe what the scripture teaches. And for me, Mary had a baby is a great idea, right? You can't be human and pre-human. How can you come into the womb from outside? That doesn't make the slightest sense to me now. So, I mean, that's in brief what we did. It took months to get to that. But I'm still learning, and you change your mind on how you explain some verses sometime. No man has ascended to heaven. Well, I think we've changed our view on that in the 2 books I've written. But it's quite clear that ascending to heaven doesn't mean that you were there before you were born. You'll note that John's Gospel is being used by Trinitarians to the exclusion of everything else. Why are they only using John's Gospel? Why don't they start with Matthew, Mark, and Luke? That's one way you can approach that. So it's a learning process, still learning, but I believe we have the truth on these points. God is one. God is only one person. John 17:3, show to your friends, you, Father, Jesus prayed, looked up into the sky and said, you, Father, are o monos eleithnos. That's the modern Greek pronunciation which we taught. You are the only one who is true God. Let's argue about that. Let's not. I'm tired of argument. Your child of 2 has no difficulty with that. You are the only Thomas, age 2, let's say. There's nothing to argue about. If you're the only one who's the true God, nobody else. The word only, let me tell you, English lesson, is exclusive. It's that easy when you see it.